Thank you. Thank you. And I forgot in my welcome to say what my Tlingit Cherokee Filipino storyteller friend Gene Tagaban says. He says, "Ole, you looking good." So I want you to turn to somebody and say, "Ole, you looking good." That's right. That's right. That's right. That is right. And did you know that the universe has over 1,000 ways to nurture you? Did you know that? And that you get to choose how available you want to be to that. So I'm going to give you a moment right now to look around the room and notice, is there something that makes you smile, something that brings you joy, something that touches your heart, something in here that inspires you? And when you get something, call it out. Thich Nhat Hanh, baby kangaroo. Your mama, yeah. Yeah. Your children. Daughter. Oh, let's take a moment for Carl. Carl. Yeah. Something that touches your heart. Yeah. All right. A peace sign. Oh, this one, my baby hoop. That's my baby hoop. That's my baby hoop there. The banners. Yeah, the banners. Yeah. All right. The mandala. Yes, yes. Yes, that's the mandala, yes. And I'm going to say this altar that Betty made gives me just a sense of peace and this quiet joy. That's what I get from that. Well, thank you all. Thank you out. I think I need to introduce you to a few people here because I brought my posse here. We got the Dalai Lama. We've got y'all know who that is. We've got Thich Nhat Hanh. That's our Buddhist Zen Buddhist priest who was exiled from Vietnam, but came and created Plum Village in France and has brought so much peace, joy, and love into the world. And this is Wendy. I don't know if you can see her. That's Wendy Palmer. She was ended up being a 7th degree black belt in Aikido, the martial art that I have a black belt in, and founded Conscious Embodiment. So these people walk with me. These people stand behind me. And then over here we have Kanga and Rue. And to me, so Thich Nhat Hanh talks about the mindfulness mommy. The mindfulness mommy is the part of us that is loving and strong and powerful and holds us and protects us. So this is my image of the mindfulness mommy with little baby Rue there. So I brought her. All right. So you may think this is an ordinary orange. It's kind of puny though, but it's an ordinary orange. But did you know this orange contains the secret of the universe? The joy, the love, the beauty of the universe. But the orange will only reveal herself to you if you are present. Jennifer Rios and I had the great pleasure, and Nancy, you might have been there that time too, of Thich Nhat Hanh coming to Oakland and teaching us, being with us, being present. And to him, being present is probably the most powerful thing you can be for yourself or the world. So what he says is that when you have this orange, the way that you smell it, the way that you peel it, the way that you behold the whole orange and the way each section can come apart, and the way that it tastes on your tongue when you finally put it into your mouth. This is the gift of presence. This is one of the gifts of the universe. The universe gives us so many gifts. The root of the word Buddhism, Bud, means to be awake. Awake and aware. Aware of what is good so that you can be nourished and nurtured by it. The flowers, the trees, the hummingbirds, the butterflies, the grasses, the sky, the clouds, the stars, each other. Everything is here to be able to give you some nurturance and nourishment if you are open. If you are open. And being awake isn't just about being awake to what is good. It's also important to be awake to what isn't so good, so that you can change and transform and heal it, so that you can, so that you can, sometimes it's something that we just need to make peace with, something that someone passes away or whatever it is, and we make peace with that. But sometimes it's something that you step up and you become an activist for. Or maybe it's just an activist of joy in the meeting the people that you meet. It could be either way. My teacher, Wendy, who I worked with since 1988, she passed in, like 3 years ago. I worked with her. She says the best thing you can give the world is to get yourself together. And to get yourself together requires being able to take in enough joy and happiness so that you can bring it to other people. And there are going to be plenty of moments where we don't. How many of you feel connected to Spirit every moment of every day? Every second of every day? How many of you? Good, because I was going to say if there is somebody, you should come up here and you should give the talk. So we get amnesia from moment to moment or hour to hour, or sometimes I walk around in amnesia for days because something's hit me so hard, something's rocked my world in such a way that I don't know where Spirit is anymore. I don't even remember there's Spirit. Sometimes it's that challenging. So we need ways to bring ourselves back, ways to come out of that amnesia and wake up to, yes, there's good too. So I'm going to, well, let me just say this before that. Was it 2 weeks ago, Reverend Deb was here? Was it 2 weeks? Or last week? Whenever it was. Last week. Reverend Deb, her talk was Holy Shift. Holy Shift. And she talked about spiritual shift disguised as disruption. And so the framing of that is that when you feel disrupted or see disruption out there, that's an invitation to make that holy shift, to come back in, to check back in. I'm going to give you one little. I'm going to give you one little way that you can do it. I got to put this down. We're going to have a holy shift. In Chinese medicine, they say if you pull on your ears, you will increase your capacity to joy. So if your joy capacity is way down there, like maybe it's even in the minus, but you want to go like, maybe I could take in what one of my clients once said, a molecule of joy. She came in one week. She was really depressed. She came in one week and she said, this week I had a molecule of joy. And we're like, yeah. My husband and I will go like, wait, that molecule of joy. So if you want to increase your capacity, just give your ears this gentle little loving little pull like, oh, yeah, some joy, some joy. And if you come and sit at my table when we do fellowship, I'm going to teach you 3 points. One of them is the sea of nourishment. And that, too, increases your capacity. One is joy of living, and that, too, increases it. And the other one is the gate of hope. So maybe maybe that didn't even do it for you. You went like that. You were like, nope, coffers are empty. Nope, don't have it. Well, in that case, you could still have the gate of hope that at some moment, joy will come to you. At some moment. So what I want you to do is we're going to do a little brief meditation. So I invite you to go within. And again, you can just sense into your breath. Just as it is. You don't have to do anything. It doesn't have to change. It can just be as it is. And as you're experiencing that, just take a moment and notice that you have the capacity to hear things. And you have the capacity to feel things. You can feel the chair supporting you. You can feel yourself rest into that. And as you are aware of that capacity, you can just ask yourself the question, what are some of the ways I like to nurture myself? What are things that nurture me? What are ways when that disruption happens? What are ways that you nurture yourself? Just sit with that for a moment. Notice what comes up. All right. And then I'd like you to open your eyes, and I want you to go sit next to somebody. If you're not, go sit next to somebody. If you're not sitting next to somebody, go sit next to somebody. There can be 2 or 3 of you. Be near somebody. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's right. Thank you. Okay. And I want you to each take a turn saying, what came up for you? What nurtures you? How do you nurture yourself? So just take a minute. One person, then I'll tell the other person. So one person, share. Okay, and other person, if you haven't shared, take your chance. Share out what you've felt. And maybe the other person will even give you some ideas too. All right. All right, and we can continue this when we go to fellowship, because the universe has, I said 1,000, but it has an infinite ways of nurturing you, infinite number of ways. And we can talk about this some more. So what I want to say is that one of Wendy's sayings, Wendy Palmer's sayings, is energy follows attention. But she also says that if you fight with what's coming up, what'll be happening is fight. So if anger comes up, if fear comes up, if sorrow comes up in you, there's a tendency to want to push it away or want to maybe fight it off. Like, oh, I shouldn't be angry. Oh, I shouldn't be scared. I shouldn't be this or that. So I'm going to invite you to do what Thich Nhat Hanh invites you to do, which is to welcome it. To welcome it as your friend. To welcome it. Lady Sunrise is doubtful here. She's going, oh, really? Are you kidding me? Oh, no, I don't think so. So what I'm going to say is that if you say to it, oh, hello, you're coming up. Given the situation, of course you're coming up. Guess what? Now it can be redirected. Maybe it's still going to take a little while, but that right there is shift. Because if not, you're going to have one part of you going, I'm angry, and the other part going, well, we don't want, that's not spiritual, don't be that. No, don't do that. But if you say, oh, anger, oh, tell me about that. What do we need to do about that? And that, what you're doing when you do that is you are allowing the seed of mindfulness to come up with you. And if you recall, if this is the little you that's going, when, hey, this happened, oh my gosh, I can't believe it, da-da-da-da. The mindfulness mommy needs to be there and say, oh, yeah, I see you're angry. I hear that. I know that. And just by cradling that part, that already shifts it. That is already holy shift taking place. But the mindfulness mommy is, she can look out there and she can say, oh, here's what we need to do about that. We need to talk to so-and-so. We need to carry a certain piece hoop around. We need to do whatever. And then you can guide. And then you, instead of being two parts going, you shouldn't be angry. But I am angry. But you shouldn't be. No, you go, yeah. And I'll tell you one of the ways this was most powerful in my life. A friend of mine was was telling a story. It was a storytelling thing, and she's somebody that had cerebral palsy, but just a little bit, enough that you could tell. But she had this beautiful soul just shining out. She just was so full of love. But she recounted this story that when she was just coming into her budding womanhood, one day she got a glimpse of herself in the mirror, in the full-length mirror, and she noticed this budding womanhood of her, and she had not felt beautiful before. And she looked in the mirror, and she saw this miracle was happening, and she went running to her mother. Oh, it doesn't make me cry. She went running to her mother and she said, "Mom, look at me." And her mom said, "Look at you. Look at you." And I felt every person in the room have a moment of healing, because that's what we wanted all our moms to say, and they weren't always able to say that. They didn't always have that capacity. They weren't always being able to be that Mama Kangaroo mindfulness. But when she said that, it was a moment of healing for all of us. And so one of the things that I will say to myself now, if I'm feeling down, which will definitely happen. It has happened many times, will happen again. If I'm feeling like spirit where I don't even have it, if I can remember to bring up my mindfulness mommy, my Kanga, and have her say, "Wow, look at you. It's this hard and you're still here." That's a moment of healing. That is a moment of healing. Oh, do this. That's a moment of healing. Thank you. Thank you. It's a good thing you're here. Look at you. So I want you to turn to the person next to you and you can say at the same time, "Look at you. It's this hard and you're still here." That's right. That's right. We can say it for each other. We can say it for ourselves. Yes. That's right. That's right. That is right. Yes. Sorry, say yours again, Nikki. Yes. Well, then in that moment, it is a celebration, because it's like that. It's like when she said it to my friend, when the mommy said it to my friend, it was this moment. It was this moment of revelation. It was this moment of celebration. It was this moment of pure love. And I'm going to tell you about a moment. We can be intentional about this, but also it can come to us in a moment. You never know when the next moment is going to reveal itself like this orange. You never know. I had a moment where it was back when I was in college, and I was riding, we used to ride the bus, it was UC Santa Cruz, ride the bus up and down the campus. And one day I was riding the bus. Yes? Somebody else? Yes? We used to ride that bus. And one time I was looking, and I saw on the bus a mother and her baby. She was a young mother. She looked like maybe she was Polynesian, or I don't know, she just looked so beautiful. And the way that she looked at her baby was so full of love, and the baby looking back at her, so full of love, just like this. And in that moment, it hit me, oh my gosh, I'm that little baby. I'm that little baby, and I'm that mommy. I am that mother. I am both. And it was so profound to me that when I got off that bus, first I just walked. Now Santa Cruz is beautiful. I was walking in the meadow, and it was the redwood trees, and there were flowers. And then I got out my bubble stuff, and I started blowing bubbles. I was in this like joy bubble. And then I walked to the path that where the road comes down to take when people are driving off campus. And I waved at everybody that went by. I just waved, and everybody waved back at me because I just was so full of this love that it was like about 2 hours. I walked in pure love. It was so amazing. But it was that realization that made me think, I need to carry the little me and the mindfulness mommy me all the time. I need to be able to come back to them. When I get lost, I need to come back to being her, to carry my little lost baby. So I offer you this. This is something that you can nurture in yourself. You can cultivate in yourself. You can really activate it, but also be open, be ready. Any one moment, the hummingbird can come down like it did yesterday and talk to me. And I talked to that hummingbird for, I would say, a good 3 minutes. It was doing that thing. So I was like, and it just sat there. And we just talked. So you never know what moment the universe is going to nurture you, and you can be ready to receive it. Or maybe you're not. And then you can get ready. You can shift. You can go, I wasn't ready, but now I am. And I just have to share one last thing with you, and that is, it can come in a dream. It can come in a dream. Now, he's different now, but in his younger days, Mel Gibson was he was my heartthrob. And he's different now. But he, in those young, anyway, I had this dream where Mel and I had been on this mission, some kind of mission to save the world or something like that. And we were on this ship. We were on this, it was like a big sailing ship. And we were docking. And he came up walking off it, and then he reached out his hand to help me cross that threshold from being in the water to being on land. And he reached out his hand. And when he took my hand, oh my God, it gives me chills now. I felt him recognizing and loving every part of me. It was like he knew me inside and out. He knew the good, the bad, and the ugly, everything about me. And it was just a touch of pure love. I felt so transformed in that moment, so transformed. And that is something we can offer each other when we see each other. And even whatever was presenting on the outside, this is what Pollyanna would do. Whatever is presenting on the outside, you can just go right in there to their heart and see their loving heart. See that they're spirit. So I offer you all of this. And let's pull on our ears one more time. Oh, 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 oh. And just remember if you come in and you sit, well, I'm going to teach you these three other points. But I want you to know it takes courage and willingness to walk the human path. It takes courage and willingness, and you all have it. Thank you.